in the summer of 1962 when Janis came to town, and we were playing music as we always did in the backyard, calling ourselves the Waller Creek Boys. It was sort of tongue-in-cheek because we never did any public playing very much, just maybe at a party because we brought our instruments and forced them on people while we played. But then Janis sat down and started to sing, and if that didn't raise the hair on the back of your neck, I wouldn't know what would.
No, wow.
I mean, she was dynamite. She could sing Gene Ritchie songs. She could sing Bessie Smith like Bessie was standing there, and she knew all this material that I had never heard. That because she had been studying folk music and blues, with a whole lot of the blues influence being a primary source of her talents. But as I said, she could sing mountain tunes, whatever you wanted. She could do it. She could sing Joan Baez stuff, but like a real folk person, not like Joni did it. And so she became a Waller Creek boy instantaneously. As soon as, Janis, would you like to join up with us and we can rehearse and learn some tunes? And she was into that.
So how long were you playing with Janis, with the Waller Creek Boys? And it sounded like you were just doing kind of parties and odd gigs and stuff.
Parties, yes, that's pretty much it. And I remember we played one graduate student picnic. I forget what the department was. They just stood and stared at us. They didn't respond in any way that I could see after we played. But we always got a good hearing at Threadgill's. We made a beachhead with the counterculture going to a redneck bar way out on the north side of town through music, and by some people who were friends with some graduate student teaching assistants who had a little bluegrass band, and they went out there. Well, they were pretty clean-cut looking guys, but they said that we could come out. It would be perfectly okay. It wouldn't be any problem. And they knew the owner, Threadgill, who sings himself and was always welcoming to musicians. So I don't know who it was that first went out there, but the word came back that this would be a pretty good place to go. You know, the gentleman there, Mr. Threadgill, said he would make it so that there wouldn't be any problem with his regular customers who might otherwise be inclined to complain. He would take care of it. I don't know what he did, but they were very nice to us. Everybody was very genteel, and once we came there with Janis, which we didn't do immediately, we took Janis to Threadgill's when she came in, and we realized what we had because we had a prize and we knew it.
Yeah.
And so once Janis started going to Threadgill's, Threadgill fell in love with her right away. Just whoa.
Yeah.
And the crowd started to increase. And they got a Wednesday night thing going there. That's what they did. Wednesday night would be free beer, but for anybody who plays. And so that Wednesday night thing got bigger because of Janis, and because there suddenly was a college scene as well as a redneck bar, and there were people that were going out there to see the scene and for the adventure of it, and to hear this chick who was out there and all this stuff, and it got really popular. Ultimately, the Liquor Control Board told Threadgill that he had to call it off, move it somewhere else, or do something, because it was getting to the point where there'd be crowds thronging into the bar, which was a converted service station, and it was not really very big at all, just room for the bar and a big table mostly. So people would cram in there, and they'd order a beer out outside the place, and the beer would get passed hand over hand to somebody outside who could have been 9 years old, and they appealed to Threadgill, and who was on really good terms with the Liquor Control Board.
Yeah.
And this gentleman got the first liquor license issued in Travis County after the repeal of Prohibition. He was all ready to go.
Paperwork in order.
Yep, I think the rumor had it that he was already engaged in the business before it was legal.
Most likely.
Music Life Radio. Stories at the intersection of music and life.